Hi writers, welcome back to Writer's Workshop. Yesterday for our narrative writing, you began to plan for your first narrative story by touching and telling your story across the pages, and also by sketching your pictures across the pages. Most of us probably haven't started our writing yet. Today, we will begin actually writing. Now that we have created a plan and we have pictures that will help guide our story, today we will learn a new strategy, which is writers begin their story by telling the time and the place. So this is an important strategy that narrative writers do because when people are reading their stories, they are curious when the story happened and where the story happened. So I will show you how you can begin a narrative story by including the time and the place next. All right, writers. So before I start writing my narrative story, I need to think about my story and think about when it happened, where it happened, and maybe even why it happened. So for me, I am writing about the time that G5 got to pie Coach Trevor in the face. And so I know that this was before our Apex Fun Run, so that's something important to say. And I also know that it was in February of this year. And I also know that it happened right at the end of school. So this is when we were lining up to go home. So these are important things that I want to make sure I include when I begin my story by telling the time and the place. So I think I'm going to write, I always start my sentence with a capital letter, a week before the Apex Fun Run, comma, right as the dismissal bell was about to ring, my class, oops, that shouldn't be capitalized. My class walked outside the classroom door to get ready to pie Coach, capital name, capital letter, Coach Trevor in the face. And I feel like this is said excitedly, so I'm going to use an exclamation point. So let me read it again. A week before the Apex Fun Run, right as the dismissal bell was about to ring, my class walked outside the classroom door to get ready to pie Coach Trevor in the face. So I told you when, a week before the Apex Fun Run. I told you where, walked outside the classroom door, and I even told you why I'm about to write this story, to pie Coach Trevor in the face. So now, if someone's reading my story, right away they know who, my class, when, a week before the Apex Fun Run, where, it was at school, right outside G5 classroom door, and why I'm writing this story, to pie Coach Trevor in the face. So I'm going to stop right there. Writers, you will work on your beginning today by including the time and the place. But when you're ready, if you finish the beginning, you can move on to page 2 and start writing the rest of your story today. Okay? But I really want you to focus on making sure that you begin your story by telling the time and the place. Thank you, writers.